Hello and welcome to another episode of the Veterans Corner. My name's Chuck Woodin. I'm joined by my co-host, Kat Zigwolf. We have a guest today that's no stranger to this show. He's an old friend to this show, Dennis Buden. Dennis, welcome. It's great to have you back.
It's great to be here, Chuck.
We were sitting there talking about, I didn't think it was that long ago, but it was 2 years ago.
Yeah, the last time I was on the show, and I have been fortunate enough to be on the show a few times,
Yeah.
but it was a couple of years ago, yeah.
Yeah, and just a little trivia for the viewers. You head up. We're talking about another topic tonight, but you head up the House of Heroes, and that was our very first episode back in 2013. Episode number 1.
Yeah, I recall I've been involved with House of Heroes for over 10 years now, and Bill May was your first guest.
Yes.
And I recall when I first started volunteering with House of Heroes, one of the first things he told me about was being on your show, Chuck, and what a pleasure it was.
Yeah,
So,
it was a memorable night.
Yeah.
It was my debut. Back then, it was just me as a host, but we've covered a lot of ground since then. And of course, became good friends, and you've been on this show a number of times.
And you've mellowed with age.
Yeah, well, I'm trying. We're here to talk about a terrific event that's coming up Friday, September 27th. It's a golf tournament. It's at the Tungus Community Club, Country Club rather, and it's the Golden Kielbasa Veterans Open. Now we always say that, and until the viewers know what we're talking about, the Golden Kielbasa. It's a crazy name, and we're going to talk about how it came up, how you came up with it, and this whole show is going to be about. It's at one time, or still is, and I remember you talking about this. It's the largest fundraising event for veterans in the state of Connecticut.
Well, we believe it to be the largest veterans charity golf event in the state of Connecticut. And whether you're measuring it by numbers of golfers or dollars raised, when we started it, it does have a funny name, the Golden Kielbasa. I'm Polish, I'm from New Britain, and when we first started this thing, it was something that we wanted to have fun with.
Yeah.
It wasn't intended to be a serious charity event. Long story short, we started with a funny name, but it became a very serious cause. Yes. It grew over the years. It benefits veterans. We have upwards of 200 golfers a year now, and just last year we surpassed $200,000 raised for Connecticut veterans with this event. So very, very proud of it. Funny name, but for serious cause.
Now, it started off with what? Just a foursome, or it was just a?
It was really just several friends and a couple of my brothers and some nephews, and just having a good time, having a couple of beers, and I had a couple of gag gifts from the Polish neighborhood, Little Poland in New Britain.
New Britsky.
Yeah, New Britsky, sure.
Yeah.
And we had fun with it, and it just grew and grew. And I was a social member. I'm not a veteran myself, but I was a social member of a veterans club in New Britain. And we had some money like the second year, and we gave it to that club. And I thought to myself, if I could raise even this little amount of money without even trying, why don't I put some thought behind it, put some effort behind it, and that's the long story short.
Yeah, you said something about not being a veteran, and how we always start the show. We recognize the veterans who are on the show as guests. What we also do is, this show was designed to give exposure to any foundation, individual, organization, any entity that does a service for the veteran community. And as far as the veteran community is concerned, we thank you, because even though you may not have served, you're serving now. And what you do for the veteran community, I personally know what you've done. it's to say it's been appreciated is a vast understatement.
Well, I feel like I'm the one who's benefited from getting to know so many wonderful people over the years with the various veterans causes I've been involved with. And, when anybody asks that question of me, I always say that, no, I did not serve, but this is my way of serving.
Yes.
And I have the utmost appreciation and respect for those who served our country, preserved our freedoms. And that's what the work I do is all about, to help these veterans in their time of need.
Deeply, deeply, deeply appreciated.
Thank you.
And we thank you for it, because these outings are wonderful for us. We bond, we heal, and all these things, but it does take money. And so for somebody to do that aspect for us is really a wonderful gift, and we thank you for that.
Well, it is. It does take money, and one of the things that we're very fortunate with the Golden Kielbasa Veterans Open is to have a lot of supporters. Yeah. And this is a Disabled American Veterans Hardware City Chapter 8 event. This is the group that I'm associated with. We are the sponsoring event of this tournament. Yeah. The sponsoring organization of this tournament, and we get our presenting sponsor is Liberty Bank.
Yep.
Liberty Bank, community kind is their motto, and they are truly community kind. They've been with us for 3 years now, presenting sponsor, and they could not be more committed to serving veterans in their community, and we're just fortunate to have them and so many others support this event.
Now you've been involved with the DAV. Hardware City, over Chapter 8 over in New Britain, since day one, haven't you?
Well, actually, I've been involved with the DAV, has been the sponsoring organization of this event since for about 10 years now. And they are the primary beneficiary, but another major beneficiary of this event is House of Heroes Connecticut.
Yeah, can you tell us a little more about that? Because I'm not familiar with that one.
Yeah, House of Heroes Connecticut, I've been fortunate to be involved with for more than 10 years now. And what we do is provide one-day, no-cost home improvements for veterans, military veterans, and public safety veterans in need, and their surviving spouses. Excellent. So we're now I believe in our 13th year of service, and we have served more than 230 veterans right now. So it's just very, very rewarding work, and it's events like the Golden Kielbasa that help fund that type of work.
I know everything you do with the House of Heroes. I mean, that takes up a lot of resources, financial resources. I mean, your fundraising. Well, you said 200,000 for the Golden Kielbasa.
Sure.
Yeah, I mean does that cover a lot of it?
Well, the money, the House of Heroes and the Disabled American Veterans Hardware City Chapter 8 are the two primary beneficiaries, but this event has also supported many other causes over the years. Just several others. The Veterans Strong Community Center we've donated to. Boxes to Boots. I'm not sure if you've had Boxes to Boots on this program. You should. They're a local program that does care packages for military veterans serving. The Forever in My Heart Foundation, which perhaps you know them, they do.
Yes.
They train service dogs for
Middletown.
For veterans. Yes,
Mira?
they aren't. The Tunnels to Towers Foundation we've supported. Scoops for Troops. Many other organizations.
Tunnels to Tower, are they? I know they're out of New York.
They're out of New York, yes.
Are they? Is there a chapter here in Connecticut?
I don't believe there is. But I think their work is all over the country.
Yeah.
I don't know for certain, but I know it's a wonderful organization that does tremendous work.
Now, these things are huge. Sounds like it's gotten to be quite a huge operation now. So where do you source your veterans and your volunteers, and when did you partner up with Liberty Bank?
Yeah, Liberty Bank has been on board for about 3 years now, and they're just a wonderful support for us. Yes. It is a lot of work, and with the event becoming as big as it has become, of course the work is greater. We have a wonderful team of volunteers. So many golfers, 200 golfers, just remarkable. And one of the things that we are most proud of with regard to the Golden Kielbasa, because I think everyone out there, even if you're not a golfer, you're kind of familiar with a typical charity golf event. They're usually, whatever the cause might be, they're They come out, you have a great time, you play golf, you have a great meal, there's usually a raffle at the end, and everyone goes home after raising some money for good causes. And we do that same thing, but the other thing we do at our dinner is that we actually honor veterans
Yes.
for their service to our country. And our post-golf dinner has become kind of an event unto itself. And we created last year the Angelo Tomaso Sr. and Angelo Tomaso Jr. Veteran of Distinction Award. Now, we've been honoring veterans for some years now, but we gave it a name last year, honoring it after the Tomaso family, which anyone here in Central Connecticut is familiar with the Tomasos. Angelo Sr. and Angelo Jr. both served our nation World War I and World War II. They're community stalwarts, outstanding leaders in the business community, and very committed to veterans causes. And we have honored some just wonderful veterans. Connie Napier, a Tuskegee Airman from New Britain, 3 surviving Iwo Jima veterans from New Britain who are now passed. And let's see, the other one, I forget his name right now, is Bristol Pearl Harbor survivor,
Yes.
Ed Riccio.
Ed Riccio.
Now, Ed Riccio passed several years ago, but
Yes,
we
he
honored
did.
him as well. We also honored Bill May, who was your guest, as one of our honorees. So it's a very special event, brings tears to the eyes at the dinner following the golf, and I like to think that it distinguishes the Golden Kielbasa from some other charity events.
Have you gotten any celebrities to show up and
You know what? That would be a great thing. And if you have any ideas, I'd go for that for sure.
Hey, celebrities, listen up.
It's
It's a great cause. It certainly is, and it's a wonderful event.
I'm sure maybe if you approach some of the anchor people or people involved with the major networks.
Sure, yeah, absolutely. But the focus really is on the veterans, as you say. And for example, the work we do with House of Heroes, they can't help the veterans that they help without the support of events like the Golden Kielbasa Veterans Open. And the work that House of Heroes does is just so wonderful. I mean, for example, we helped a 104-year-old World War II female veteran a couple of years ago, and you know what she wanted? She was still spry. She had a tattered American flag in her front yard. All she wanted was a replacement for that flag. Her neighbor found us. We came, replaced the flag, and then we did the entire yard for her
nice.
and helped her with her home as well.
That's lovely.
Another Vietnam veteran, Jim Feaster in Illinois. We've done some work outside of Connecticut. Some years back, we helped Jim. Jim was a 5-year Viet Cong POW. And the stories that he had, the suffering he went through, and to be able to help someone like that who put his life on the line for our country is just wonderful work. Last year, we helped, and we helped also public safety, not just military. So we had a Hamden retired firefighter. Now, this is a gentleman who was a 20-year Air Force veteran. He was a 25-year veteran of the Hamden Fire Department after his military service. And he had just retired, and within the first year after retirement, he suffered a major stroke. And we got wind of it. His family and his wife were in difficult circumstances, and House of Heroes was on the spot to put a ramp in with the help of Hamden firefighters, retrofitted his front doors so we can get in and out of the house for his appointments more easily. That's the type of work we do for veterans.
If people want to contribute or support some of the House of Heroes or this tournament, where they find the information?
Well, let's take it two-pronged. So if you're interested in playing or supporting the tournament, go to www.davchapter8.org, and under events you'll find the Golden Kielbasa Veterans Open. You can register to golf, and you can register to become a sponsor. If you wish to donate directly to House of Heroes Connecticut, it's hohct.org. And there's a big red button right on our homepage on our website to donate. And you can also register to volunteer. And importantly, you can nominate a veteran for assistance. If
nice.
a veteran you know might need someone in your family, a neighbor, someone who might need a helping hand, you can nominate him. Unfortunately, we are a small organization and we do have a long waiting list, but we still encourage people to take the initiative and make the nomination.
I was going to ask you that. I was
And
going to
if
ask you
more
that.
people hear about it, then maybe more people help out. Then
Sure,
many hands,
absolutely.
we can make this thing spread farther and faster.
Absolutely. We're small but growing.
How many volunteers do you have, roughly?
Well, listen, that's hard to say. You know, at any given project, we'll have upwards of 15 to 25 volunteers. And you know how we do the work we do is through what we call project partners. So the corporate community, you know, companies like Sikorsky, Liberty Bank is a partner. PCX Aerosystems out of Newington, that sort of thing. You know, it's a day of service for their employees. So they will adopt a project. We find the veteran, we identify the needs, we qualify the veteran, and then we provide everything, all the skilled labor, all the project management, all the materials, and the company sends out their volunteers to have a wonderful day of community service.
And that's fantastic, because a lot of times, sometimes we'll get help, but we don't know how to use it.
Right, exactly.
They're like, oh, we send you this kit. And we're like, okay, what is it? And how does it work? And when does it start? And how do I upload? Yeah, it can be challenging. So to just have it cradle to grave, and like, here,
Yeah.
just have a seat. We got you.
Well, the beauty of a House of Heroes project is that we manage everything. So, you know, this is a way for someone who, you know, maybe you're not a skilled carpenter, but you can certainly rake a lawn, or you can certainly
Carry
pick up
a
a
2x4.
paintbrush. Or, yeah. So we do all the management and provide all the tools, all the instruction, all the supervision, all the management needed to make the project work.
Now, is it usually just one project at a time? Sometimes you have two going at the same time? Or?
Well, we are growing, and it used to be in the early days where we do a project on a Saturday, and then maybe a month later we do another project on a Saturday. But we're so busy now, we're up to probably about 35 projects a year. And, you know, we'll generally work April through Veterans Day in November. And when we generally do our projects on Saturday, although we're doing some weekday projects now to spread it out a little bit, and we will do as many as 3 projects in a day. So, yeah.
Now, for those who want to follow, are you on Facebook? Websites?
Facebook, DAV Chapter 8, the Golden Kielbasa Veterans Open is on Facebook, as is House of Heroes HOH-CT. So.
If you forget all the websites and all that,
You won't forget Golden Kielbasa.
Just type in Golden Kielbasa, and I'm sure it will take you right to it.
And at least one of what you get back will be the right one.
It's interesting. We talk about that funny name, the Golden Kielbasa, but we literally do have a kielbasa presence on the golf course. One of our great sponsors is Martin Russell's out of New Britain, of course. And they donate upwards of 150 pounds of kielbasa to our event every year. Excellent. So with all the players out on the course, they get a grilled kielbasa sandwich at the turn, and then we have the kielbasa as an appetizer at the meal also, in advance of the steak and chicken dinner. So
you know, it's I mean, over the years having you on the show, talking about this, it's nice to see how it's progressed into what it is now.
It's really become a great event. You got to come out, Chuck, and even if you don't golf, come out to the dinner. Just take it all in. We have a huge, wonderful raffle that my wife manages. She does a wonderful job, and it's just a very, very respectful atmosphere. Everyone there wanting to help veterans and respecting those who serve.
It happens to be right down the street.
That's right, at Tunxus Country Club.
Tunxus Country Club right here in Farmington.
And they do a wonderful job for us.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. And just so we make sure we let everybody, and a lot of times these shows are aired again. It could be a year or two down the road. But right now, for this year, 2024, it is September 27th. September 27th at Tunxus Country Club right here in Farmington.
Yes, it's our 15th year, but it's only our 13th event because we did miss 2 years because of COVID.
So, yeah.
Right.
So, but we did start way back in 2009.
Yeah. Yeah, it's you know, that we got about 5 minutes left.
Okay.
So I mean, is there anything that we haven't covered that we need to cover?
Do they
Would
have a
you like to
rain
cover?
date? Do they?
Yeah,
Logistics
it's
is
interesting
always-
you mentioned a rain day because we did start back in 2009, and we had a wonderful run of no weather interference for our events all of those years until last year.
Oh,
So we did actually have to but we had a monsoon on our original date last year. It was an easy call to postpone it. But of course, you're worried when you postpone a charity event, whether you're still going to get the support. People are so dedicated to this golf tournament. They still came out for the rain date, and it was just as big as ever last year.
Yeah, I mean that's an excellent question.
yeah.
Rain dates. I mean, nowadays,
It happens, and the weather's gotten so crazy that where we never would have major events until this season or that, all bets are off.
Absolutely, absolutely, and we're lucky. We're lucky.
Well, you got to figure everyone that's involved, everyone that's signed up, like you said, the dedication, the passion. They're there for to support the program.
Right, absolutely, absolutely. And that's where I feel fortunate because, I founded the event and, I still am the primary manager of the event. I get a lot of joy out of doing it. But to have so many others that are equally passionate about why we're doing this event and to have that kind of assistance, it's invaluable to me and it's very gratifying.
Nice.
So,
Nice.
It's contagious.
yeah, absolutely.
It's contagious.
As is giving back. I always say when people ask me about House of Heroes, why do you do this? And I say, when you do a House of Heroes project and you see that look of gratitude on the veteran's face and the tear in their eye when you tell their story and you present them with a flag at the ceremony that we do at each project, I go home at night and I put my head on my pillow and I sleep well knowing that I've helped a veteran. Yeah. It's a wonderful feeling.
Now, is there? I mean, it's statewide.
Absolutely, yes. And I believe we have helped, of those 230 veterans that House of Heroes has done or assisted, 218 of those are in Connecticut. We've done some out-of-state projects, but primarily Connecticut. That's our focus. Yeah. And we've helped veterans in 67 different Connecticut communities.
Wow.
So.
Is there a chapter in most states or just
there are I believe 6 chapters. Yeah. Okay. The founding chapter is in Georgia. They're still based in Georgia. Yeah. A very active and successful chapter. We are probably the second most active chapter up here in Connecticut, yeah. And then we have 6 others. We've helped over 1,000 veterans nationwide.
Wow. Excellent.
And it's only growing.
And you said you're just barely getting started.
Well, it's I've been at it for a long time, and we've been at it for a long time, but it really is in its infancy. We see so much potential with this organization. Everyone we encounter is so supportive of what we do. We can see nothing but growth in the future.
Sure. Yeah. You set up the framework and then replicate yourself, and
right.
Everybody wins.
We do have a good framework. The project partnership model that we have with corporate sponsors coming on board, providing the lay volunteers to do the lay work, and then we provide the skilled labor who are also volunteers, by the way. Yeah. It's a great formula.
Yeah, it's great. We got a minute left, and just as I said that, yep. I get it in my ear. We got 1 minute left. Once again, my friend, it was great to have you back. Looking forward to the next time. It's always nice to get an update and see what's going on with House of Heroes and the Kielbasa.
Thank you for sharing your successes with us as well, because we love hearing these stories and we love helping them propagate out there. And
well, I appreciate you folks having me on again, and again, anyone interested, davchapter8.org and hohct.org, and we'd love to have you out on September 27th.
And I do apologize for that. The viewers may hear it. We do have some music in the background. It's been going. I don't know. A little music box, I guess, has been activated in the studio, and we've been We've been trying to talk over that for the last 10 minutes or so, but wanna,
Pleasant little ditty.
yeah. So with that being said, I want to once again thank you, and thank you to the viewers for watching. Till the next time on the Veterans Corner. Good night.
Sometimes life just happens. Don't worry. Farmington Motorsports will get you back on the road and at a fair price. From towing to tires, emissions to transmissions.
Our ASC certified techs do it all.
Farmington Motorsports is a family-run business. We're a Napa Auto Center and AAA approved. We work on all makes and models from preventative maintenance to major repairs.
And every repair is backed by our 2-year, 24,000-mile nationwide warranty.
When life happens to you, don't worry. Farmington Motorsports.